Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be a good neighbor? We often hear this phrase thrown around, but what does it really entail? To answer this, we turn to an age-old tale found in the Bible, the parable of the Good Samaritan. This parable, first told by Jesus in the Gospel of Luke, presents a moral lesson about compassion, empathy, and stepping up to help, even when it's not convenient. It's a simple story, yet it bears profound implications about how we interact with the world around us. Regardless of whether you're religious or not, the essence of this parable is universally applicable. It's about seeing beyond our differences, stepping out of our comfort zones, and reaching out to those who need our help. So let's dive deeper into this story. Let's unravel its layers and truly understand its message. Today, we unpack the parable of the Good Samaritan, a timeless tale that still resonates in our modern world. A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he fell into the hands of robbers. So begins one of the most well-known parables in the Bible, the parable of the Good Samaritan. Picture this. A man, journeying alone, is ambushed. His belongings are stolen. He's beaten within an inch of his life and left at the roadside to die. It's a grim picture, isn't it? But as the day wears on, a priest happens upon the man. Now you'd expect the priest, a man of God, to help. But no, he crosses to the other side of the road and continues on his way. Next, a Levite, another religious figure, comes across the man. But he too, just like the priest, sidesteps the man and continues on his journey. It's a bleak moment, a moment that seems void of compassion and humanity. But then, along comes a Samaritan. Now, it's important to understand that Samaritans were often despised by the Jewish people of the time. They were seen as outsiders, as the other. But this Samaritan, he sees the injured man and his heart goes out to him. He doesn't see a stranger or an enemy. He sees a fellow human being in need. He goes over to the man, treats his wounds, puts him on his own donkey and takes him to an inn. He takes care of him through the night, and before he leaves the next day, he pays the innkeeper, asking him to take care of the man, promising to reimburse any extra expenses on his return. This Samaritan, who could have easily ignored the man like the priest and the Levite did, chose to help. He chose compassion over prejudice, love over hate. He proved through his actions that he was the true neighbor to the man left for dead. And so the Samaritan proved to be the true neighbor to the man left for dead. But what does this mean for us? What lessons can we draw from this parable today? Let's explore that in the next scene. This parable is more than just a compelling story. It carries a powerful message. At its core, the parable of the Good Samaritan is a lesson about love, compassion, and the breaking of societal barriers. The Samaritan, an outsider, a man scorned by the very society the victim belonged to, becomes the hero of the tale. His actions, driven not by obligation but by empathy, embody the ideal of treating others as we ourselves would wish to be treated. This Samaritan saw a fellow human in need, and his response was immediate and selfless. He did not see a Jew or a stranger, he saw a man. His kindness was not dictated by societal norms or expectations, but by a deep-seated sense of common humanity. The Good Samaritan teaches us that love and compassion should transcend all boundaries, including those of race, religion, or social status. The Good Samaritan didn't just help a man in need, he shattered societal norms and prejudices. But how do we apply this age-old wisdom in our daily lives? Let's navigate this together. To bring the teachings of this parable to life, we must first embrace the idea of universal neighborliness. This means considering everyone we encounter as our neighbor, irrespective of their race, religion, or social standing. It's about extending a hand of compassion and kindness to all, not just those within our immediate circles. Secondly, we must be ready to demonstrate love in action. The Good Samaritan didn't just feel pity, he took practical steps to help. In the same vein, our compassion should drive us to act, to truly make a difference. This could mean offering a listening ear, a comforting word, or even tangible assistance to those in need. Lastly, we must remember that every act of kindness counts. No gesture is too small or insignificant when it comes from a place of love and genuine concern. Remember, every act of kindness, no matter how small, makes a difference. So, who is your neighbor?